Super. BS.
Well, la-dee-da, we are here after Old Turkey Day, where we ate lots of turkeys, and we played a lot of gamies, and we bought a lot of stuff on Old Good Friday, the day that followed it. It's me, your lovable baby boy Brank. I'm joined by the malicious, the malevolent, the malevolence himself, big boy Jork. What's your name?
Just janking around, man.
Just janking around, man. I love to jank your chain, bro. Man, we are just killing it with these nonstop jokes, bro. This is Super BS, a games cast, which is a podcast about games, mostly, but not really. My doodly, besides eating them sweet Turks and doodling all the other things.
Wait. Stop. All right. Game premise for you. Are you ready? This is my game pitch to you. You're about to get pitch slapped. Are you ready for this?
Okay, it's about turkeys, hopefully. Okay, go ahead.
Human ship in space. All right?
Okay.
This human ship gets attacked by an alien ship in space. Yeah. Okay. Aliens climb this vessel. Oh no, we can't hold them off. Who do we call? Call the cryo bay. We need to unlock him.
Ghostbusters.
Okay. And cut scene. Next scene. There's a cryo tube. A very, very taut young man inside.
Me?
Okay. They unfreeze him. Steam comes out. The engineers sit there. Sir, are you ready for this? They hand this man a machine gun, and out comes the Brankster Chief, hero of the galaxy.
Dude, I like the way that sounds, man. I'm getting all ready with that.
More. The ship is crashing, so the Brankster Chief has to get on an escape pod and shoot down to a giant floating square in space. Dun,
Dude,
dun, dun.
Yeah, it's a totally different premise than the game that officially went gold last week, Halo Infinite. Boom! Did we talk about how you almost scared me half to death the previous week and told us that Halo had been postponed to May?
That was a Freudian slip. That was my mistake.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. I was trying to tell you that the co-op campaign got delayed to March. But instead, I forgot to put on co-op, and I just put campaign, and yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Well, anyways, it's hard for me to call us game experts, which we are. But since we are game experts, we are here cruising the internet trying to answer all your questions. So we know that you listen to us for these game expert questions. We are game experts. So this is by Ducker99.
Wait.
I've got a question. Somebody's asked us a question.
Wait, stop. Hold on. You didn't tell me which one we were doing. Can we start with Wild Rift? Can we start with this one? Okay.
Okay, as a game expert, I will allow you to start with Wild Rift.
So
which,
if you turn your eyes to the Twitch screen, you'll see that the comment is actually right in the middle of us real gaming experts of the internet.
Oh, man. I like the way this looks, bro. That's some sweet, sweet editing skills.
Thank you.
So our best friend, the one we all know, his name is Crapahedron. He had a reminder he just wanted to share, but as game experts, we're not just going to share. We're going to also answer his questions. He said, reminder, Wild Rift is a video game. Video games are supposed to be fun. Then in the body, he wrote, actually, before we get to the body, let's answer that question. Are video games supposed to be fun? That was the thing he was asking. I think yes. I assume you think no. That's why you play very boring games like Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot.
You know what? Games are supposed to be fun, but also, I think that games are meant to help pass the time.
Well,
So you can pass the
I don't
time
know.
of the game that's not fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, Wild Rift, it is a game that he said is supposed to be fun, but he also added this, which I assume the internets will know what he means. He says, to the low-sodium tryhards who tilt when someone dies early in the laning phase, to the gatekeeping elitists who throw a game because someone picks Teemo or any other stupid behavior, I leave this PSA. Wild Rift is a video game. Video games are supposed to be fun. Stop treating it like it's your job, because unless you're the 0.01%, it's not your job. Just chill. Happy Friday. Carry on, bros. Dude, this was a bro if I've ever met one. I love this bro.
I like how he got real positive in the end of that, though. You know,
Dude,
it's like,
he was
hey, I'm passionately angry, but
it's a Friday, man. You can't stay angry.
Like, I want you to have a good day. I'm passionate about this, but carry on. Happy Friday.
I like the idea of our bro, Crapahedron, being real angry, but by the end, man, he was just so stoked it was Friday, he could care less about his complaints.
Exactly.
But yeah,
he was listening to some Rebecca Black, and he was ready to just party into the weekend.
Well, it's which seat should he take was the real question, and that is still a question we don't have answered to this day. And it was very scary for a lot of people who don't know which seat to choose when they saw that music video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch Rebecca Black Friday. Can we help one other poor soul on the internet? Do you have any other ready for the boot?
Oh, I do. I got two more actually. I got one of my own picking, but let's do let's do Ducker 99s first.
Okay, I'll read this and then you can read your own pickings. Our bro, we are best friends with this guy, so don't ask us who he is. Ducker 99 had a very important question. He said, "What is Kingdom Hearts?" And I'm asking you, baby boy, big boy, lovable boy, Jank, not malevolent one, to explain what Kingdom Hearts is in one sentence.
Kingdom Hearts is an emotional journey about hearts and Disney characters.
Yes, that's
which leads us on this great expedition of feeling things that aren't things, that might be things, but eventually turn out to be not things because it's all a dream, period.
Semicolon. Oh, I thought we were going to keep going. I would agree with that. I do like one of my favorite comments ever on the internet, which I wish I had found before this, said something like, Kingdom Hearts is Xehanort's Nobody's, Xehanort's Nobody's Nobody, and so it's essentially 13 Soras versus 7 Xehanorts or whatever the number is. And that is the easy thing. But Ducker99 had a little bit more to say. Like, I know that it is supposedly light, but why does Xehanort want it and such? Also, it is depicted a couple of different ways. An all-around explanation would be very helpful. Spoilers welcome. I'll spoil it for you, Ducker99. A Kingdom Heart is a place where you go when you're alone with your wife or significant other. And I don't want to get too graphic on this show, but you do a special hug.
It's called Remix Birth by Sleep 35 over 52.
Yeah, it's Birth by Sleep 356 divided by 2, digital dream drop distance. And yeah, it's important that you know that.
Kids don't repeat what you're hearing here on this show tonight, all right?
Or do repeat it and start that conversation early with your parents. I'm sure they'll love us. That's how we're going to get to number 1. We did it. We're going to be number 1 now. We're telling the kids what they want to hear, the truth about life. Okay, let's hear how we can help your friends.
All right. Oh, wait, that's not supposed to happen. I'm sorry. This production is like really sloppy tonight. Okay, so this is in regards to the progression system on Halo Infinite. This is from Deacon Black _2, and he says, my biggest complaint about Halo Infinite is the lack of autoplay. I want to be able to not actually play the game while playing the game and still get double XP.
That's a really good question.
Yeah. So how do you play games without playing games? I mean, one would assume you just go on Twitch, but would you like to earn experience points on games without actually playing?
Well, I think Deacon Black _2. Don't forget the underscore. He had a really important point that I think we were totally overlooking. The people who made Halo, they're clowns. They didn't think that people might actually not want to play the game but still get double XP while they're watching their character run around. I mean, these clowns over at Microsoft and 343, they just don't get that you need autoplay in your game.
This. Right.
Like,
I want to
do
be
they
able
think
to...
people want to play games?
No,
Are they stupid?
Why would you when you have the internet? Like, you just go on and watch somebody play Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, why? I want to be able to earn experience points in Halo for watching 3 hours of Fortnite. Why can't that just happen?
I don't get why I have to touch a controller to play a video game anymore. This doesn't make sense to me.
No.
I need to look at the TV. It needs to do a lot of stuff. It needs to get nonstop headshots, 420 no scopes. Yeah, man, if I'm not getting triple kills every time I look at the screen while it plays for me, I'm going to be pretty pissed.
Yeah.
So Microsoft, please fix that.
Take care of this.
I want to be elite ranked Halo player getting double XP while I look at my phone all day, okay?
Can I also highlight the responses here? Danny Bobby 33 said, "What if The Last of Us MP comes and it's a 10? That's going to be a wild article." To which Deacon Black _2 replies, "For this one game, we brought back decimals and gave it a 9.01. So what if IGN, in all of their glory, was so prideful that they brought the decimal system into this new world of Xbox ratings?"
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they need to do, but will they actually do it is the real thing. They need to bring back decimals.
We can't give tens to so many things. It's sacred.
Yeah.
We got to preserve the 10 and give it to things that actually deserve it, like Balan's Wonderland.
And our, what was it? Arcane, which honestly is a really good show. I don't know if you've watched it yet, but that just got a 10 on
I'm just
IGN.
Kidding. Balan's Wonderland did not get a 10 on IGN.
Balan's Wonderland with Alice is actually, it's over a 10. It was the first 11 score ever on IGN.
First. You heard it here first.
That would be so funny if like they liked a game so much they gave it a higher score than 10, and it would be the dumbest. Be a great system, man.
That'd be great.
Well, I mean, you guys heard us. We are gaming experts, so send us your gaming questions and we'll answer them. And we have the hookups with 343, so we've already sent all of those complaints over to them, Deacon. So you can already thank us. We've answered everything about Kingdom Hearts. Now you guys know, and we will go around solving internet problems till the day we die. Well, as you know, we're about to do a Black Friday special today like we promised you. So why don't you tell them all the deals that they can get on Black Friday last week?
It's Cyber Monday now, so I mean, technically you can still get some deals.
By the time they listen to this,
60% off.
By the time they listen to this, it will be December 1st. So,
well, I'm sure you'll be able to grab some holiday sales here, but it will no longer be Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So.
I would love it more if we just talked about the deals that already transpired so nobody could get them, which is what I'm going to do. I did pick up a lot of games because they were on sale. I got Guardians of the Galaxy digital, $25 on Walmart.
Whoa.
Ever heard of it?
Because you didn't want to pay that extra $5 for a physical copy?
No, the physical copy was $25 also. I would never buy a physical copy. Do I look like a chump? I got in on that sweet GameStop Nintendo first party deal where it was 26
right now saying yes.
Yes. That's all their reply was.
It's not
even that good of a joke.
100 yeses.
Yes, you are a chump. Yes. But no, I jumped in on that GameStop deal, got those $26.99 first party Nintendo games. So I got
Tell me.
I did not get Breath of the Wild digital. I contemplated it, but I played that game 3 times.
Don't you have a physical copy?
I do, but
So why would you want a digital copy too? Why?
So I could access it more easily. Ever heard of that?
Because you don't want to take the extra 5 seconds to pop the cartridge in?
Grabbing a cartridge, and then I got to look at the cartridge, make sure it's the right one.
Yeah, and
then
this
I got
is the same guy that will not wait an extra minute for a loading screen to disappear on an Xbox game.
Yeah, so I like saving time. That's why I get digital stuff, because I don't want to look at cartridges. So you're reinforcing the same standpoint about me. The truth, I don't want to wait.
Do you get envious when you watch WALL-E? Like you see all the humans in that
those
ship?
People?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty envious. I mean, we're moving towards there, My wife went to a clothing store recently and said that the small size now is large enough for 2 people. So we just need to keep getting it up, 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 up. And then I want to get him in that chair that flies him around.
I mean, multi-family houses are a thing, so why not multi-family clothing?
I agree with you. I think the idea is pretty wasteful that one person wears a pair of pants. I mean, have you seen
right?
popular male pants? I'm hoping I can find some of them right now so you could see how ridiculous they look and then hopefully show it to people on the internet. They honestly look like a homeless person found them and then gave them to a thin person. I really wish I could find these pants. I saw a picture of like a $300 pair of pants recently and it made me laugh. I should have saved it. Oh man. Do you know what I'm talking about though? I know this is a clothing podcast.
It's like parachute pants, or what are we talking about here?
No, like popular male pants. I don't know what they're I don't know what they're called, but they're like these
it's a kilt.
Yeah, I mean it's essentially like essentially Hagrid pants. Let me see. Oh, this is close, but it's a girl. I need to find a man. But as we know, it doesn't matter anymore. Everybody wears the same clothes.
Okay, so
anyways,
I
can't find it.
At the Twitch window here, I Googled popular male pants.
No, those aren't them. I wanted
this
to find
one
them.
right here has a lot of pockets on it.
It's not pockets. When you see it, you will know because you'll be like, that person. Oh, here. I'm going to put this in our
But if they don't
thread
show up on the first page of Google stuff, are they really that popular?
Dude, they are the most popular here. If you can, share this with our audience because these are the style pants I think we all need to get into. I don't really like even thinking about wearing
there we
anything
go.
beyond
They're on
these.
the screen. What is
that?
What's on the kneecaps here? Are those pockets?
Those are probably pee stains that they they dyed over. Like I said, these are from homeless people, a very large homeless person. They donated them to Louis Vuitton, and then they sell them back to you. So you pay extra money because a homeless person once wore them. So
is that real? Really?
No, I'm joking, but these pants are ridiculous, and I believe they're very expensive. So I had a friend try to extol the virtues of them to me.
This looks uncomfortable. Okay, what was the justification?
I don't know, that they're popular. He was calling me an old man for making fun of them, and I will say, while I am old and I am still declared a man as of today, I definitely think I'm hip. I know all the cool clothes. I'm the guy wearing the Mario sneakers and having the shoelaces on, I'm that guy.
Define hip for us. What does that mean exactly?
My hip still works. You ever heard of it? So I'm not that old that I'm broken. My hips don't lie. People are going to kill us. We need to start talking about games now, okay? Before we get to games,
no, you were talking about games. We just went on a tangent. Did you get anything else on Black Friday?
So the Nintendo games. So I got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, New Super Mario Bros. U Switch Edition, and Astral Chain, dude. They were all like the price of one game practically for those 3. So that was dope.
All right,
I got the Mafia Trilogy.
Bigger question here. Are you actually going to play any of those?
What are you talking about? I've 100%ed all of them by the time. I did turn them all on. Yes.
You're the only person I know that will play like 5 minutes of a game and be like, I'm good.
No, I mean, I like those games. I'm going to try to get to them. They've reinvigorated my Switch's life.
Okay, we're going to keep
after Metroid Dread,
checking in with you every episode
my
that
Switch
comes
is
up
dead.
here.
Okay, before we get to the real stuff we've been playing hard, we got to tell you all, dudes. Saints Row Reboot delayed. That was the game you were waiting for. I know you wanted to do ambulance chasing and all the other fun activities and whatever they are going to have in this one. I don't know, look like short haircuts. And I know you want to play it really bad. So I'm sorry. It's no longer February. About that being delayed. Saints Row 1, were you interested in it?
No, I never got into the Saints Row franchise. Like my brother.
You didn't play 3?
No, my brother and Brian Kane played it for a bit, and they really enjoyed it. But it's just never something I was able to get into. And maybe that's because I've never actually played it, so I don't know if it's good. But that was a franchise I've been curious about. It's just not enough to actually sit down and play it.
Yeah, I really liked 3 and I really liked 4. I picked up 1 and 2 years after they were, like $5. 1 was not a novelty at the time. It was like a GTA clone, and then 2 felt like it was that, but what I didn't really get too far into it. And 3 was where it really took its own identity, where it was like, the very popular pictures of the time, giant dildo smacking melee weapons and fart bombs and all the other things
So
that
it's
they
your
use.
Friday night. Is that what we're?
Yeah, a little bit like my Friday. It's a little bit like Kingdom Hearts, actually. So now
that
you
makes
know.
sense.
Yeah, it's a crossover. They just haven't done it yet. But yeah, it's delayed. I am excited for it, but I also am thinking, the reason why I brought it up, I'm really thinking that the beginning of 2022 is going to be very light by the time everything shakes. So right now,
light?
yeah, I think it's gonna be super light.
There's
I think
only-
so. Right now,
We have
we have Pokemon Legends Arceus
Okay.
in January, Horizon Forbidden West in February, and Elden Ring got moved to February from January. Saints Row just got delayed, and I don't know what else we have to look forward to in early 2022. I haven't looked at the list. 2022 video games. I just saw that so Dying Light 2, but I don't think that has an announced time yet. It seems like Rainbow Six Siege Extraction, which I definitely could Rainbow Six Extraction, which I could imagine getting pushed. There's like a Destiny 2 expansion that might come out. Sifu, that PlayStation exclusive fighting game, and they were originally gonna have Marvel's Midnight Suns as well, but that got pushed to second half. So yeah, I would be amazed if all 3 of those titles, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Horizon Forbidden West, and Elden Ring, all come out in the first 2 months. If they do, that's going to be a really good first 2 months, but I could see it also falling apart. What do you think the beginning of 2022 is going to look like, since we right now have 3 of the largest titles supposed to come out?
I don't know. I mean, I think with Pokemon Arceus, and if you're going to play that and Horizon Forbidden West, I think that's enough games right there to last you a few months at least until March.
Yeah, I mean that's enough games to last you till March. Do you think all 3 will come out though, including Elden Ring, which is the big one that everybody wants?
Yeah, because Elden Ring has already been pushed back, and I don't think it can really handle the publicity of being pushed back again, because people were already pretty negative about that, the original date shift.
Yeah. Then do you think Horizon Forbidden West or Pokemon might get pushed back? Because those are also 2 I could see just not coming out. You know what I mean?
Nintendo, I mean, Pokemon, anytime a Pokemon release date has been announced, it's been met. And same thing with Horizon's already been pushed back. And that is, this is a way for Sony to enter the beginning of the year on a strong note. So I don't see them doing that. I could be wrong, and I could eat my shoe, when the time comes.
Oh, I'm going to make you eat your shoe. I mean, that's guaranteed.
On camera. But I honestly, I don't see any of those 3 games being pushed back. I don't think it's overcrowded. I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea to put all those out.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think with how lackluster this year has been in some ways. I mean, there's obviously we're getting Halo, obviously we got Forza, but there was a lot of downtime. You know what I mean? There's been plenty of time so far where it's been nothing super special coming out. Yeah. So I just could see them wanting to separate their titles. Now, obviously each of those are exclusive in their own way. Horizon is Sony, Pokemon is Nintendo, and Elden Ring is just it's a multi-plat. But I could just imagine one of them being hey, especially Horizon or Elden Ring, because they're both going to be on PlayStation, being hey, let's just push one of them, because so far we have no clue what March looks like. We have no clue what April looks like. I mean, we've got months with nothing announced. So that's my thought.
Yeah. But I also feel like we will hear, I mean, come January, I feel like we are going to hear some more release dates of some things. I feel like it would be wise to keep these games on the schedule that they're on release-wise.
I hope they do. I have plenty to play, as we just talked about with sales, and there's the Steam Deck is supposed to still come out early. And I've got my pants like you just put back on screen.
I'm sorry, I was trying to close the window.
But yeah, I've got the Steam Deck coming hopefully at the beginning of next year. There is a small chance I will be tempted to get.
Speaking of the Steam Deck, you see that they're allegedly developing a Half-Life game specifically for Steam Deck.
Oh, you're talking about the rumor today, right?
Yeah, have you heard that? Did you read that?
I didn't get a chance to check out the rumor. It sounds like a Left 4 Dead style game, which they originally published as well. So
yeah, I mean it's not Half-Life 3, but it is something exclusive to Steam Deck, which I guess would be a good push for people to buy this thing once it comes out, or once it's readily available.
I don't think they're going to do anything exclusive to Steam Deck, meaning like I don't think there will be anything they release on Steam Deck that you can't buy on Steam.
You don't
right?
think so?
Because isn't that... Well, no, that's the point of Steam Deck, is to be able to like play your PC games on the go. I think they'll anger a lot of people if they're like, hey, you could only play this one on the go. You don't get to play it on your computer.
You have this new unproven handheld out there. What better way to motivate somebody to buy it than to put something exclusively on it?
The motivation is going to be it can run games like, I've been trying to check to see if it will be able to, but it sounds like it's going to be able to run games like Cyberpunk 2077 handheld. Which is stuff like...
I mean, that's what we all want to play, right?
I like that game.
A lot of people
still,
are buying Steam Deck just for Cyberpunk 2077.
Did you ever get that game, by the way, yet?
No, I'm waiting for the.
It was $10 on Black Friday.
I know. I'm waiting.
What are you waiting for?
The series. I want to get the Series X version. I want to get the one that's optimized for Series X.
I mean, but if you buy it now, it will be patched. Like it's free. It's not like you're paying extra money.
Though. I'm having a hard time trusting patches, especially when it comes to a game like Cyberpunk.
Okay, I think it's a good game normally. Like, I don't regret spending $60 on it, and it was on sale for $10 this last week. So I don't know what you want. Before we get into games we played, though, and while we're talking about stuff that's good that you hate, obviously, you mentioned today that it is the 5th anniversary of Final Fantasy 15, what actually really kicked off Super BS. Now, we know you hate it because it's good.
Absolutely.
But
can't stand it.
What do you have to give us some in memoriam of Final Fantasy 15? What are your thoughts on that game so many years removed?
I've actually, since the first time I played through that game, I've played through it probably about 6 more times.
Really?
Yes, I truly, truly love that game. And I don't know, because I remember when it came out, that was 14 had just come out, and the last mainline Final Fantasy game was 13 3, right? Lightning's Return or whatever.
Yep.
Didn't play that one. I did play 13 too. Anyways, I was not overly impressed. Yeah, was not overly impressed with those worlds. All right, so I was going into Final Fantasy 15 thinking this could be something, or it could be another confusing Grand Pulse type adventure like Final Fantasy 13 was. Completely surpassed all my expectations. The open world, just being able to go on that road trip, listening to the old Final Fantasy soundtracks as you're going along those roads. I don't know, it had a lot to it that I truly enjoyed, and I feel like it revolutionized what a modern take on Final Fantasy should be. I really wish that they would have completed their plans for it. Now, I don't know if we ever got clarification on why they didn't complete it, but I would have loved...
it went through development hell, man. That game was rebooted, I want to say, several times. I agree with you. I mean, if you guys want to check the tapes, which you can on old Super BS.
We talked about that game so much.
We did. That's why we're not going to talk about it too long today. But you could see a lot of us were discussing the kind of weak second half. It was very fun story-wise, but it felt rushed. So, yeah, man,
well, it felt like they took that second half, they just took random clips and found a way to place them together from a narrative standpoint.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing. And, our number one listener, old Stankbank, he's going to love that we're talking about this. I remember his early notes about Super BS was, please, you're not talking about Final Fantasy 15 enough, was what he said. So
then it was
he
Far Cry
asked
after
us
that.
to speak more. Really? We talked about Far Cry that much?
We talked about Far Cry 5 so much. That covered probably
Why?
a good,
That game
6 episodes.
sucked.
I don't know, because when
man,
we were
it
all
sucked.
done talking about it, Stankbank had finally played it. And so
Okay.
we were talking about it some more.
I still think about how much I dislike that. Kind of killed all of my interest in Far Cry. I came out of 4 loving it. But anyways, because we got a lot of me winning a bet and you losing to do today in terms of the Game Awards.
All right.
Before we get to that, though, let's do a Forza 5. Let's do a check-in. 5 minutes to talk about one of the coolest games ever. Where you at?
So I am completing all the speed zones and drift zones or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I unlocked those. Did
you unlock all of the events yet?
Yes.
Or all... Okay.
Okay, no. I have 2 that I haven't unlocked, but I have to play through the street racing before I'm able to unlock those 2 events. Because the progression system won't let me unlock any more street racing events until I've actually opened that festival.
Oh, you haven't gone and set up the
I
place,
haven't set it up yet.
Oh,
no,
okay.
because
I
don't want more stuff on the screen. I want to knock out the speed zones and speed traps and all that before I do that. So as I've been knocking those out, I've been doing some of the other events that I've left open. I've been trying to absolutely obliterate your record. So I switched cars, and anytime I see that I didn't beat you, I'll go back to my garage and I'll pull out a faster car and I'll do it like that. So if you go around
Isn't it
the map,
sad you've lost to me though almost every time, because every time I see it, I've beat your score?
Yeah, but I mean these new ones that I haven't done yet, I make sure that I absolutely annihilate you. And I keep trying to take pictures of it, but it disappears off the screen too fast. So,
oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I keep trying to get pictures, but just trust me. I promise you I'm winning. I'm winning. Don't worry about it.
So I think it was the day before Thanksgiving, I had been playing this game, and I got up there, and I had more roads than you. I had more signs than you. And then the next day I turn on the game. No, this is the day after Thanksgiving, and you all of a sudden have 20 more roads than I do. But I'm still
I love it.
beating you in signs. I'm still beating you in signs by 30, I think, right now.
When I played today, you weren't on my signboard. I thought I was way ahead of you, but maybe you somehow caught up. I have 150 signs.
Yeah, I have 182, so...
Okay. I do find that part really fun and really challenging. And what I find even crazier is that's the main game you're playing, right? Is there anything else you're playing right now?
Oh, no, not really.
Okay. We'll talk a little bit about Halo because you did get a chance to turn it on, right?
I did.
Since last time.
I did play the multiplayer.
But I just want to bring this up because that isn't the only thing I've been playing. I only turned that on for a little bit of time. So it's just so funny to hear you trying to beat me on all this stuff. It's yeah, I mean, I played a lot today because today I was hey, it's really fun. It's really relaxing. So I probably played an hour and a half today. And boy, I really like that game. I unlocked everything. And I guess once you unlock everything, maybe it's the same in the other one, you unlock one more thing you need to do to get accolades. Is that true for the other games too?
Yeah, I mean, the other games, the more you race, the more experience points you get, the more things unlock. It's not set up on this game has a legitimate progression system, whereas the other games they throw events on the map as you level up. This game, you actually have to do events in order to unlock more events, which is a system I kind of like a lot more than what was done before. Yeah,
I don't have a lot of experience with the Horizon series, so that's why I'm still I have no clue what the previous one was like. But anyways, I've unlocked all the events, and I've unlocked all the end thing. I'm 13 out of 14 barns. I'll just say it it might make my top 5 games of this year. It is a really fun game, man.
Nice.
We're going to have to see when all is said and done, because we still have Halo, and I have another game I've been playing that I picked up that we'll talk about. Not one of the older ones, the newer one. So yeah, man, but I'll just say I dig it. I think it's super well made. I get where it gets the highest praise. We're going to probably mention this in the Game Awards discussion. I think it's ridiculously gross that it wasn't brought up in Game of the Year. Like, I don't know.
It never is, dude. Anything exclusive to Xbox always gets the gyp when it comes to Game Awards.
Yeah, whatever. We'll talk about the Game Awards stuff later. I do like a lot of the nominees, but I do think this is a competitor. This is like one of the better games. Okay. I've played quite a bit more of Halo. I normally just try to play about 1 to 2 matches every day. What do you think of it?
I like it. I don't like how you can't pick a specific game type. Like, you have to play whatever the playlist gives you.
What are you missing? Team Slayer? Is that what you want to play?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like doing all these other games like Oddball, King of the Hill, and stuff. Like, they're fun, but it's not like I want to get in and play something quick. Like, I just want to shoot. I don't want to have to do any objectives. So I'm looking forward to the actual launch of the game when I can pick what game type I want to play. Other than that, dude, I really am enjoying it. Like, it's very reminiscent of. It's like what everyone says, reminiscent of like Halo 2 and 3, like how smooth and well done those multiplayer elements felt.
It also, I don't know if you feel the same way, but because of how long it's been since Halo, it reminds me a lot of my first time playing Halo or Halo 2, where it's like everything is just so well made and so well planned out. Yeah. Like all the place where the weapon pickups are, all the fun things. I do agree with you. I want there to be, I can choose Team Slayer, but I think that's coming. So I don't find that as a negative. This is like, we talked about it when it was announced. This was a 3-week early open beta to everyone, free to play game. So,
right. And I agree with you. I guess like, there are things when it comes to Halo multiplayer, there are things that I like and things that I don't like, and the game types are big for me. That being said, though, like I definitely, I just completely forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry. Come back to me in a second.
No, it's okay. Well, anyways, I do think Halo Infinite will be remembered as one of the best playing Halo games.
Yeah.
However, because we have gotten older and because most people have played so many games, I don't know if the maps will ever be remembered as well. I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a point I was going to make. I'm sorry. That's what I was trying to remember to say. It's fun, but it makes me sad because like it takes me back to the days when I would play these games with friends, with friends and coworkers, and like everybody would get home from work, take a nap or whatever, then jump on Halo. And yeah, there's some like really great maps, a lot of fun, like the just things that had become synonymous with Halo. And that's something that I don't know if Halo Infinite will ever be able to recapture for me.
Yeah, I don't think Halo's ever going to recapture that, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's what Halo is anymore. It's not. Yeah. It's not gonna be that same thing. There's so many games in that space. So, but what it is an incredibly polished, really well made, very fun multiplayer title. Like I've talked about it several times. I don't want to keep talking about it. Apex Legends is one of my favorite games ever. It's, when we were talking off air, Xbox released this really cool museum where you can check out your top games. And I think there's a lot of bugs. I don't think it's totally perfect, but I will say, it said the past 3 years, my number one game has been Apex Legends. And I believe it because that's the game I play the most, So it is, it's really, I think the fact that Halo's getting any of my time is impressive because I still like single player games and I'm playing Halo Infinite versus just spending my time with Apex Legends or the single player titles. So yeah, man, I think we'll have a lot more to say here in, 1 week the game comes out. So about a week and a half, I think we will be talking a lot of Halo. Before we move on too far, is there anything else you've been playing?
No, that's pretty much covers my gaming from the past couple weeks.
Yeah, so like I mentioned on Saturday, they did this crazy price drop for Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I was able to pick up the digital version for $25, and I booted it up. I did some quick internet searching, and I found that if you do performance mode, it doesn't hold a full 60. So they said do quality mode. So I played at 4K 30. Boy, that game is beautiful. It's really, really cool. Combat and gameplay wise, it is very much a Tomb Raider, Uncharted style of 3D action game where you're just, running around, doing a puzzle here or there, jumping from platform to platform, picking up things that you can use to craft or whatever. The leveling up mechanics aren't that interesting. Each character has like 3 abilities, and once you unlock them, there's no like upgrades to them. So, the first ability costs 1, the second ability costs 2 ability points, and the third ability costs 3 ability points. You see all of them for each character. There's not a ton there. But that being said, the thing I'm enjoying the most, which is not normally me in games, is the story. I am a pretty big fan of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy's films. I like the first one a lot, and I thought the second one was good. Did you watch them? Do you like them?
Yeah, I like them. They're the second one not as good as the first one to me, but
totally,
I do
100%.
I've even enjoyed their presence in the team up films as well.
Yeah, I like them a lot, and I think they're really funny, good. I will say, in terms of story wise, this ranks higher than the second for me, and maybe I'm only like 3 hours in, and it may rank higher than the first by the time I'm done. It's just funny. After you get over how weird Peter Quill looks, there's just so many good jokes. The dialogue's funny. Drax is just like, I laughed several times while playing, which is not something I do when playing games, like nearly ever. So I have to say, like, it's just a really kind of cool game in that aspect. It is very focused. It's very linear. You're not going to feel like you're playing Mass Effect, which is one of the things some people mention. I do think if I would have never seen the praise for it, I would have been blown away. But because I saw the praise, I still think it's good. But, I had low expectations.
Do you see this as something you play to the end?
That's the hard part. It's a 16-hour game. It's not short. So we'll just see, man.
Pretty short. I mean, it's not
compared to a lot shorter than Tales of Arise and stuff, but it's, I think I finished all of Forza Horizon 5 in like 15 hours or something like that. And that's a pretty big game. I spent a lot of time. Hour. I'm just saying, like, it depends on if I finish it before the end of the year.
Okay.
If I don't and I get into next year and I'm playing Pokemon Legends Arceus or whatever the games are that I'm playing, I don't think I'll finish it. But that being said, like, I'm stoked to play it tonight. Like, I can't wait to like get hopefully an hour in tonight, do another chapter. I'm on chapter 3. There's 16 chapters, I think, total. So yeah, it's cool. It's really, really neat. I can't recommend it enough, especially if you want to play a superhero game. It's definitely for you. Even if you're like me and you're just like, I am over all the superhero stuff, but I love the Deus Ex creators. It's good. It's overall really good. Okay. So, dude, you ready for it, or are you ready for the Game Awards? If you guys heard me clattering on my keyboard, I was typing this out because I forgot to do it earlier. But we're gonna do our annual Game Awards predictions, where the loser this time, if it's jank, will either pay me $10 now, or if I win, nothing happens because you never paid me from last year.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, so it's either a win-win for me and a lose-lose for you. So, but hey,
okay,
we could, unless you have a better idea, unless you want to rewrite the checks.
If I win, I get $50. If I win, you give me an entire share of GME. But if you win,
sure,
I will buy you a share of a sundial.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Since you didn't pay me anything after I won last year.
I did pay you.
No dice.
I did pay you.
I had the protesters outside your house, and let the record show. We talked about that. You can check the tapes.
Yeah.
There was never any Venmo transaction.
I'll see you in court.
This is for then all the glory, okay? If there's no money on the line, this is for the better game expert of the two of us. So you could mention which game you hope wins, but this isn't what you hope will win. This is which one do you think will win. And I typed this out into a beautiful Word doc, which I will send you as soon as we're done. So when we look at this together in the future, when it's done, you could say, oh, he didn't lie. This is the truth. So there's some of these you aren't going to want to do. If you don't want to do them, let's just say the word and we won't do the betting on it. But I'd like to kick it off with some of the weaker ones and then work our way to the strong ones. So weakest one, and if you don't want to do it, just, yell Heidi ho, I'm not feeling it or whatever. Best AR or VR game. Do you want to try to make a prediction or are you too scared?
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get to it on my phone here. Oh, here we go.
Here, I'm going to send you the...
So I think I'm ready to do this one. Are you ready? I got
best...
it right here.
Okay.
Do we name the nominations? Okay. Are we going to name the nominations?
No, I'm reading you them, and then we're going to get... Well, we're going to vote. Okay.
Well, get on reading. Jeez.
Best AR or VR game, and the nominees are Hitman 3, I Expect You to Die 2, The Spy and the Liar, Lone Echo 2, Resident Evil 4 VR, or Sniper Elite VR. Which one do you think will win?
Resident Evil 4 VR. Heard some phenomenal things about this game.
From
it's the only game that I've heard of, too, on this list. So
I am also going to second that. That's a jank and brank
copy me.
thing. What are you talking about?
How do we split this money, then?
Well, there's no money on the line now. This is for all the doll hairs that you could ever want. Okay. The best esports game. Do you want to read the nominees? Can you see them?
Okay. Where are you on the list? Are you going up the list or down the list?
I'm going wherever I want. I create my own list, brah. But best esports game. You find it?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
So you want to read those nominees for our friends?
Yeah, we got Call of Duty, CSGO, Dota 2, League of Legends, and Valorant.
That's the first-person shooter from Riot Games.
That's what I said.
Which one do you think is going to go? Or do you want me to go first?
You tell me. What do you think?
Okay, it's Valorant. Boom.
I think so. I'm gonna say.
What are you gonna go for?
I'm gonna say League of Legends.
Okay, that's gonna be an interesting one when you lose. Okay, I will read the next one. Best community support. And this is for like a game that's had like the best support within the community. The nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, or No Man's Sky. What do you think will win?
This is tough. Like, my gut wants to tell me that it is Fortnite, but my heart wants to tell me that it's Final Fantasy 14 because they have quadrupled their fan base since the game came out.
That is true. What do you think?
I'm going to say Final Fantasy 14. I believe in the underdog.
I don't think it's the underdog. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is for a game that I don't think is going to win, but I love it. I'm doing Apex Legends, brah. I think that's just that. I like that game a lot. Hey, so now we're going to do mobile game. So find that one on the list. Find that best mobile game.
I'm looking at it.
And tell us those nominees.
We got Fantasian. Fun game. Beautiful handmade sets. Genshin Impact. League of Legends Wild Rift. Marvel
the one
Future.
We heard about
Revolution. And Pokemon Unite.
Okay, so I go first this time. And, we helped solve problems with Wild Rift. So you know that we're good on that one.
It's true.
I am going to go Genshin Impact.
Ooh.
I think that game is like a juggernaut. And the fact that's mobile, this is probably the only place it might win.
I'm going to have to second that this time.
Okay. That's how it is. Okay, best audio design. The nominees for best audio design are Deathloop, Forza Horizon 5, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, or Returnal.
Hold on.
Do you want to guess this one or no?
Did you go up the list or down the list? Where did you go?
I switched up the list so it is more interesting.
I see it. Okay. Best audio design.
Yeah. Do you want to do this one?
Yes, because
Because this isn't best music or score, so I just want to make sure this is
right,
what you
it's
want to
best
do.
audio, and I believe that Resident Evil Village is going to be the winner of this category.
Okay, that's actually a really good bet. I'm going to bet my buns that Returnal. I'm going to say Returnal
All right.
will get the best audio design. I want to go with Village, but you already said it because you're a jerk. Okay.
Fine.
Best score and music. You want to take it away for, actually, I think you did audio design. So I'll do the best score and music. The nominees are Cyberpunk 2077, Deathloop, Near Replicant with a bunch of numbers. I'm not even going to try to do that one. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy or The Artful Escape. Which one?
I'm going to say
I just went.
Oh, what?
I want to say Cyberpunk because I love it so much, but dude, after playing Guardians of the Galaxy, if they're dealing with licensed music, it really depends if they're licensed music, because the licensed music in that game is insane. The licensed music is so good. So I think I'm gonna do Guardians of the Galaxy. What are you gonna choose?
I'm gonna choose The Artful Escape because the music made me feel good when playing that game.
Nice. I love it when it makes you feel good, brah. Okay, you handle the nominees on the best art direction.
All right, so we got Deathloop, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, or The Artful Escape. What you got?
Okay. It's actually your turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah, sorry. No, I switched it up. I made a mistake earlier. So when you read the nominees, I should go first and vice versa. I'm actually going to do Kena, Bridge of Spirits, just because this is an indie and it is incredibly beautiful. There's better looking games, but there's very few games that are that small team, and I think that will affect some people's choices.
All right. I'm going to say Psychonauts 2.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Just because, I mean, it's very abstract, so I don't know. My gut tells me Psychonauts 2.
Okay. And this is one that is very similar to best community support. And next time you and I should actually choose which ones we want to do, because it gets really confusing when you have best ongoing game and best community support in here. But the best ongoing game, the nominees are Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, Final Fantasy XIV, Genshin Impact, or Fortnite. Which one would you like to bet will win?
I'm going to jump on Genshin Impact this time.
Okay, and I'm going to vote with the one I don't want to win, but the one I think will win, which is Final Fantasy XIV. I think that people have been talking about that game nonstop this year. Okay, do you want to read the best multiplayer titles for us? Nominees?
Yeah, I don't really have any ponies in this race because I don't.
You want to knock it out then?
Games. Yeah, let's.
Okay, yeah, let's knock it out. No, if it's not a game, it's not something you care about. I didn't play many of these either. Boom, no best multiplayer. Should we do the best performance category?
I've only played one of these games, so it's up to you. Do you want to do it? I'll take a stab at it if you want to.
Nah, let's skip it because I didn't play Far Cry 6. Okay, but one I'm not going to let you skip, best debut indie game. You want to read the nominees?
Did you go down the list again? Why are you doing this, man?
I made a cooler, better list. This is called the Super BS list. Have you ever heard of it?
Okay, so we have Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Sable, The Artful Escape, The Forgotten City, and Valheim.
Okay, for the best debut indie, I think I'm going to do Kena, Bridge of Spirits. This is a really hard year for me, man. I'm not sure which ones are actually going to make it. What are you thinking?
I'm going to do The Artful Escape just because I played it.
Okay.
I have heard The Forgotten City's not bad though. It's got a lot.
I've heard it's really good, and it's on Game Pass, so it really just
and
depends on how many people end up playing it.
It's just a mod of what's it called, Skyrim.
Yeah. So the next award is the best that in our list, the better list, best independent game, and the nominees are Death's Door, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Inscription, Loop Hero, or 12 Minutes. Remember 12 Minutes? It's kind of crazy that's on this list at all.
William Dafoe game, right?
Yeah. William Dafoe.
William. I'm going to say Death's Door.
Okay, that's actually what I was going to say too. That game was a lot of fun, and if the world would have been different and I hadn't played so many games, it probably would have taken my top 5 list by storm. Okay, you want to read the best sports or racing game for us? The nominees?
That is down my list. All right, so we have F1 2021, FIFA 2022, Hot Wheels Unleashed, Forza Horizon 5, Riders Republic.
Yeah, let's just Forza Horizon 5, of course.
Absolutely, I agree.
Okay, yeah, there's not even a competition. Best sim or strategy game. And let me see if they actually titled this other one right. Okay, best sim or strategy game. Age of Empires 4, Evil Genius 2, World Domination, Humankind, Inscription, or Microsoft Flight Simulator. Which one do you think will be the best sim or strategy game?
Gotta love them sweet, sweet airplanes, man. Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course.
Okay. I think you're right, but I'm gonna go with Inscription just to check it out because this is. I mean, they're honoring the re-release of Microsoft Flight Simulator, so it's not like they're honoring the first release. You want to read the best family game nominees for us?
All right, we got It Takes Two, Mario Party Superstars, New Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World Plus Bowser's Fury, WarioWare Get It Together.
I honestly, this is gonna be a shot in the dark. I only played a handful of these, and I don't really know what popular consensus is, so I'm gonna say Mario Party Superstars.
That's what I was gonna go with too.
Okay, yeah, don't you feel like this year's kind of weird in terms of like the nominees? I feel like
it's a lot of games I didn't expect to be on this list.
Yeah, you're like kind of wondering like Microsoft or Mario Party Superstars wasn't well reviewed, and neither was WarioWare Get It Together.
Yeah.
Were these like the only major games? Should we do best fighting game?
No, not really. Don't really know a lot about these.
Yeah, we don't play those. Okay, the fun one. Most anticipated game. The nominees are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, or Starfield. Which one is it for you?
You know, I'm going to say God of War Ragnarok, but I feel like Legend of Zelda might be a bigger contender.
I think it's actually going to be Elden Ring, but I'm going to say Legend of Zelda. Like I like Breath of the Wild so much, and I think it's close enough between it and Elden Ring. I think it's got a pretty good shot.
Okay.
You want to read the nominees for best role-playing game?
Yes, we have Cyberpunk 2077, Monster Hunter Rise, Scarlet Nexus, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Tales of Arise.
I'm going to say Tales of Arise because that is a great game.
Yeah,
but I don't know what you think.
I'm going to have to agree with you because that's the only one on this list I played.
So I loved Cyberpunk 2077, but what always happens when they push a game to the following year is it's just not as high up on my year list this year. You know, it's pretty high up on my last year's list. So I just don't see it winning because I think a lot of people are going to be like...
Yeah, it also had a lot of issues I don't think people have been willing to look past.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's got a ton of stuff going on, but that game is fun. I think if you like Fallout and you wanted a Fallout where not everybody was dead in the world... It's like a very good go-to game. Okay, I am going to read the nominees for Best Action or Adventure Game, or Action Adventure. So this is like the Uncharted series style thing. The nominees are Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Metroid Dread, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, or Psychonauts 2. Which one do you think is going to win?
Resident Evil Village for sure.
I'd love that to win. I am leaning either Ratchet and Clank or Psychonauts, to be honest with you. I am going to do Psychonauts 2.
Okay.
I think a lot of people want that game to win. So you want to read the best action game? At least we'll have different scores.
Yeah. All right. I got Back 4 Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, and Returnal. What do you got?
I am going to just take a stab in the dark and say Deathloop. I don't think any of these would be my pick, but That's what I'm going to go with.
You know, I've actually heard a lot of good things about Chivalry, so I'm going to pick that one.
Okay. That's a weird one. I don't know if you've played it, but it's like a first-person action medieval multiplayer game. Best narrative. The nominees are Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange True Colors, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, or Psychonauts 2. What are you going to choose?
So I know I have this feeling that Life is Strange True Colors is going to win. So just based on content. So I think I'm going to pick that one.
I'm going to do Psychonauts 2. It's going to win one of these. I have no clue which one. People love Tim Schafer, and that's like a fan favorite. I don't know. I honestly, if it were up to me, I would say Marvel's Guardians after playing not that Psychonauts 2 didn't have a great story, but that's not why I kept playing that game. Like, story was semi-interesting, but the gameplay was why I played. Right. You want to read the best game direction nominees?
All right, we got Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
So kind of like the last one, I'm going to do Deathloop. I didn't do Deathloop last one. I did Psychonauts 2. I'm going to do Deathloop. What are you thinking?
I'm going to do Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
I think that game is going to get no awards, even though I think it's a really fun game. I think it's already forgotten. It was kind of too Ratchet and Clanky. And the final award for the game of the year, the nominees are Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, or Resident Evil Village. What game do you think will be the game of the year?
I think Resident Evil Village is going to take home a village full of awards on this night.
I wish, man. I wish that is the game. That or Metroid Dread are my personal ones, but I think you're forgetting Deathloop. Do you not remember the 10 jokes that we had?
Yeah, I do.
Like, I hope I'm wrong, but because I feel like I'm connected very well in terms of like what people are talking about, what all the podcasts are talking about, what people
the man
love.
On the street, Brank.
I'm going to say Deathloop. Okay. Well, I hate streets, and I'm not a man. I'm a boy. But yes, my man, we got it all in here. We are all going to win. And even if we don't win the awards to 100, 100, 100, we still win them in our hearts. So I'm sending this over to you now so the record can show. So when I win, you can't be like, oh, he lied. He's a liar. Pants on Fire, and then you play that song by The Used, the number one song ever. You can't do that because, you will. Let me send that to you this minute because I'm worried.
I think you already shared it with me. I think I got it in the chat here. No, you did not send it to me.
I was like, what are you talking about, dude?
Why did you not send that thing to me? Send it to me.
Well, what I don't understand is I just saved it and it oh, that's so weird.
What is this tomfoolery? You're erasing all the answers. You wanted all the evidence to disappear. Just admit it.
I mean, I do want the evidence to disappear because I hate evidence. I'm the type of guy who cleans things, if you know what I mean. I'm what they call a cleaner, okay? This is never going to work out. I was trying to send it to us, and I guess you can't send files in Google Drive or whatever nonsense this is. So
yeah, you left.
I will have to send this to your folder.
All right, that sounds good.
You got it?
I'll check it out. Yep.
Okay, my bro. This was an awesome one. Peace, 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 peace.